I don't condone none of this shit. How y'all doing? We are here again. Thank y'all for tuning in to another show of Sippin and Trippin. I don't know what episode this is. I don't lost count. I'm all over the place. Let's just say that I remember to be on today. But it has been a heck of a weekend, let alone weeks. I'm drinking water today, y'all. See? We drinking water today. Um, yeah, it's been a crazy weekend. Put in to flavor it a little bit. We're gonna have to do the finger stir. Let's see. That's some great water. Mm-hmm. No, it's actually. I need to get a sponsorship from some alcohol companies. I need to start looking into that. But yeah, thank you again for tuning in to another show. I don't. Where should we start? I don't even know if we should start and then just go as I can remember it. So last Friday, for the people that showed up to the 606, that was a great night. Oh my God. That was a great production put together. The venue was great. It was way better than 606 Tree. Okay. At least we ain't have no man coming out there with his one button and his taco meat hanging out, waiting with a shotgun under the bar table and shit. This was actually a very sophisticated place. It was actually nice. It was over at the Den Theater. Ooh, which was over at Wicker Park, right off of Milwaukee Avenue and like down the street from off of Ashton. So it was a great time. I got there early. So I feel like I am maturing. Shoot, I got there before everybody. No, I'm lying. No, I think I'm telling the truth. Well, not like everybody, as in like Maurice and all of them, because they had to put all this stuff together. But I got there before like the comedians and all of them other peoples. Oh, I guess I'm part of the comedians. But yeah, no, it was a great time. I was nervous. I was so nervous that like even my toes were sweating. That's how nervous I was. And did y'all see how cute I looked in my dress that I got from Shine for like $7? Okay. So yeah, I got that dress, y'all. If y'all seen the pictures, I got that dress off of Shine, whatever. A few weeks ago, I was actually supposed to wear that dress to a baby shower, but I wasn't able to go to the baby shower because I did catch a slight cold. Um, and I didn't want to go to the baby shower because I didn't want to give anybody my cooties, let alone get the girl that's pregnant, my cooties. So I didn't want to be like, she got a cold. Oh my God, I would have felt so guilty. And then it'd have been like my fault. Like, I didn't want none of that smoke. So, um, but yeah, I showed up that day at the Den Theater. And then, I don't know if the good thing is to get there early because then all I'm doing is thinking about going on. And then I was the first one to go on. So, oh my God. But yeah, so I actually just got the recording from my cousin that recorded it, my set. And I'm probably gonna be posting that tomorrow, if at not the latest on Friday. I did a great job. No, I did not talk about my crooked titty, but I did talk about the story of me and my dog Tank. I sometimes almost feel like I want to set up Tank his own little Instagram. All these other animals got their Instagrams. Tank should have his own Instagram. So I don't even, but I barely can keep up with my own Instagram. Let alone the dog's Instagram. Oh Jesus. I don't know. But it's an idea, it's a thought. We'll see what happens. But yeah, no, so we did 606. I mean, what a difference, right? I'm kind of glad that I did do the mom got jokes first. Because that actually kind of prepared me. So I guess prepared me for this show. So I was nervous. I wasn't as nervous than when I did 606. I mean, the mom got jokes one. I wasn't shaking too bad. I mean, when I got off the stage at Mom Got Jokes, my hands was like this. So after this one, my toes were just sweating. So I think, I think the more that I do get on the stage and do these things, I mean, if somebody's looking for a comedian, you know what I'm saying, that's nice and voluptuous and a little funny, hey, hit my inbox. Um, and I did get asked to do a set this Friday. Um, but unfortunately, I had to turn them down, which hurt me. Oh, that hurt. I hurt me to say no because I wanted to do it. But, my son is a senior and I couldn't miss. I already missed it going to the 606, but I couldn't miss anymore. So I'm like, nope, I can't do it. My son's a senior. Fridays are for football, Friday night lights, you feel me? So I had to turn them down. I hope my son realize how special you are, that I've turned down that stuff. And I know there's gonna be more opportunities coming in the future, so I'm not gonna sweat it. But yo, that boy better remember these days. But going back to 606, yo, I got on the stage, I did my thing, you know what I'm saying, talking my stuff. um I can tell from like even I don't know if y'all seen the video when I first tried. Some people thought it was a comedy show, but it actually was when I was over at the Red Room. That was like the first open mic that I did. Man, comparing how I did on 606 and comparing that to that video of when I was at the Red Room doing the open mic, like I'm, not gonna pat myself in the, but there's some growth. So the more that I keep doing this, and actually, the more like sitting back there with the other comedians, and those other comedians were dope because they were sitting there like saying like, don't worry about it, you got this, just go up there, do your thing. The ones that did know me were like, just be yourself. I'm like, I don't know who I am right now. But when you get nervous, you get out in your head and I start second guessing myself and whatever. But I did my thing. The other comedians were funny. The only part that I don't like about these comedy shows is that you're stuck in the back. You're not necessarily stuck, because I did come around the front and I sat in the audience for a little bit just so that I can enjoy the show too. Like I'm there. And granted that, yeah, you can hear them, while you're sitting in the back. But like you can't really enjoy it, because you can't really see them. So I actually went to the front to watch a little bit of like Mo Good. I mean, what's that white boy's name? Zyko, something like that. Then T Bizzle came out. So I was able to catch those. There was a Christian came out before I went to the front, and the other dude, the other Spanish dude, shit, I don't even remember his name, but but yeah, I went up there, talked to my dog. Again, I will put the video out there, and then even after the show, you know what the best feeling was that after doing the show was that I came out to the front, take the pictures, say hello, bye, whatever. And that one lady was like, yo, and I said, yeah, I don't even know this lady. And she was just like, did you pay people to come here? And I was like, no, why? She's like, not to talk shit, but she's like, when you came out, this audience got on fire. So I want to applaud my people that were there, because when I tell you they came and showed out, they came and showed out. Not only at the Mom Got Jokes, then they came out to this one. So I appreciate the ones that did show up, that they was loud as hell. I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't hear nothing. I was just like, can y'all hear me? Because I didn't even know if I could hear myself. But it was a great time. Did an interview, right? And the lady was like, yo, I want you on my podcast. So we hopefully I will be on her podcast. And then she was just like, when's your next show up? Is it soon? And I'm like, uh, um, I mean, I am hosting a comedy show that will be up March 9th, but that's in March. And that's going to be in Hammond, Indiana. So I'm co-hosting that show, but that's in March. So I'm just like, no, I ain't got no other show. My podcast, I'll be on my podcast on Wednesday. But she was like, you don't have no other shows? I said, no, man, yo, this is only my second show. This is the second time per se professionally, right? I can say I'm on the mic. Sorry, y'all. I'm burping. Because I was hungry and I had to eat something before I came out on the thing so that I wouldn't leave here and be hungry and then I'm eating at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So sorry for me. If y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but um, so that was great that she was like, wait, what? This your only second time being on the stage? I said, yes. And I was hella nervous. And so she was just like, oh my God, like I would have never guessed that, your performance on this show compared to the other comics that were on there, that you were the rookie. And I'm like, girl, my head already big. You ain't got to blow it up no more. I'm going to have a problem carrying it through the door. You feel me? But yeah, no, other than that, I mean, I appreciate all the feedback because, I think when we talk or even when I do the podcast, like at some point, yeah, I rewatch them, then you get critical of yourself. And I try not to overthink it. But I think for women, it's hard to not overthink it. And then I'm like, ooh, I should have did that, or ooh, I should have did that, and whatever. But you know what? What was what it was, and what is going to be, and that's what happened, and that's what came out, and that's what it was. But again, I had a fucking great time. Will I do this again? Hell yeah. You gonna pay me to talk my shit to people? You think I'm not gonna do it again? I actually really, 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 really enjoyed myself. At least now I can pay. I mean, so now I feel like people at the salon, my friends, my family, y'all been getting these jokes for free. I'm gonna have to start putting a donation or a tip jar out for my jokes. I'm just joking. Actually, I can't have y'all pay me because at some point I'm gonna use y'all as some jokes. Like, for instance, I remember we were just talking. We're we're we were just talking earlier today. One of the ladies was talking about dating, and I said, "Oh man, oh, I can't wait till I get on the stage and start talking about that subject." Because, baby, when I tell you I got stories, I got stories. And there's some stories that I've gone through with some of these people and some of these gentlemen that I'm like, now I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have a notebook. I'm gonna put the notes in my phone. I'm gonna you see me writing or texting in my phone. But y'all don't do not be yourselves around me because I am gonna use some of that. Just like I was telling her, she was saying that some dude was being weird. And I said, you know what? I had one of those where this dude, okay, so there's some men, right, that love a voluptuous woman. But it was just like we never met, right? We were just talking. It's online dating shit, right? And then the dude was like, fucking little flies. Dude was talking about like all he kept like refocusing on wasn't even trying to get to know me. This man was just like, yo, from your pictures, you look like you're a size 2022. I said, how the fuck you gonna guess my size off of just a picture? And then I was just like, well, I don't know, man. That sound kind of weird, yo. Like, I'm good. And then he was like, no, I'm sorry. I hope you don't get mad. I just really am infatuated with your size. And I said, I get it. Like, it's cool. Thank you. I appreciate that, right? But like, you're kind of sounding a little weird. And then he was just like, well, can we meet? So I hit him with like, nah, because I don't know if you're going to pull up in a white fucking cargo van. I'm going to drop to the floor. I told y'all this before. I'm going to drop to the floor. If you can drag me to your fucking van and lift my big ass into your vehicle, then you deserve me, sir. Okay. But no. So we were talking, sharing stories like that. And then when I was telling her the story, I was like, you know what? If I add a little bit of this and talk about a little bit of that, I may have me a nice little joke right there, right there, right there. You feel me? Because we talked about it before. We was out at a bar and we seen this like it wasn't white, but it was like a gray cargo van just standing there next to the bar patio. And we're like, but it was like one of those cargo vans that had like the extended back where it was like bigger in the back. So then the homeboy that we was with, he's like, oh, that's for the BBWs. So that's where I kind of got that idea, but Dude was weird, so we're gonna go there. But yeah, so when I start talking about my family, when I started talking about football, when I said, look, everybody, you gonna get it one way or another. And I love y'all, and it's out of love when I talk about y'all. But just know that at some point you're gonna be part of my show. But with love, but with love. Oh, but that was a great time. And then like after that show or after that, me and my brother went to go grab some drinks across the street. Um, you know what this man got the nerve to tell me? He was like, well, that was a funny joke, but you should have told the other one. I said, dang, brother, like, man, you can't even let me sit in my shine a little bit before you say, Papa, bitch, you ain't that funny. But it's okay. It's all love. I wanted to do different things. I didn't want to like say the same joke that I said 2 weeks ago because like some of them same people was gonna be at this show. So I kind of wanted to do just something a little different. And the next one, like you never know. Like I mean, people comedians recycle their jokes and that's cool and it's funny and whatever. But I kind of wanted to do something different because I just posted it. The people I knew were gonna be there that already heard the joke. So, I'm still learning, but I still wanted to say something different, and I thought that was funny and it was cool and whatever. So I ain't trying to listen to my brother. He ain't my manager, and he will never be my manager. Oh well. But then I couldn't even stay out and enjoy what I consider that victory, because I consider that a victory. Because first I didn't faint holding the mic. Y'all didn't have to wake me up off of the fucking floor, and I didn't throw up on stage. So that was a victory. But I had to go home. I couldn't stay out because guess what? We had my team that I am coaching had a football game that Saturday morning in Hampshire, which was like a fucking 40-minute drive for us. Oh, when I tell you, I felt like a chicken with my head cut off because I ain't know nothing about the start of all I knew up until that point was practice. Now I'm dealing with these other coaches talking about where's your roster. I'm like, oh, I think my team mom has that, and we had to weigh all the boys and say hellos and be nice and all of this stuff. And the whole time I'm like, oh my god, I'm tired. I want to go to back to bed. But with all of that chaos going on and taking pictures and whatever, my team pulled out with a W. Yep, 19-18, baby. We made some great stops. We made some things, and so I have to stop because I'm trying to think before I speak of saying something nice. So, granted, I am very proud of my team for winning, right? Because we won 19-18. It don't matter what the score is, right? A W is a W. But in my competitive head, like I told my boys last night at practice, like, look, I know we won on Saturday. I got it. We're good. Great high five to everybody. But I'm a little irritated that they were able to get 18 points on us. I don't like that shit. And I know I'm talking to 7 and 8 year olds, right? But at the same time, like you shouldn't be comfortable with that shit too. So whatever, look. So I will happily tell you that I don't know shit about the technicalities of like certain names of like I told y'all that kid was like, "Can I run a post route?" Whatever the fuck he said, and I said, "Sure." I had no idea. Them kids is like, "I'm gonna go this way, and I'm gonna go that way, and then he's gonna run here, and I'm gonna throw the ball." And I said, "Okay, do that." Um, so I have another coach handling offense. I just go back there and try to like put my little 2 cents in. But I like to stand back there and watch because then I can watch the little kids do their thing. And then when I see the mistakes or I see where we can turn that into a drill so that they can get better at it, that's where my brain works. That's how I coach. So that's what we were doing at practice this week. But it was great. And you know what the greater part was? And I know. Oh, and then I also got yelled at by the official. Not in a bad way. It was, man, because like, look, I was tired. It was hot. I did have pants on versus shorts, so I wore sandals. So the what do you call that guy? The official, the referee or whatever. he was like, do you have sandals on my field? And I said, well, nowhere in the rule book did I say that you couldn't wear sandals on your field. I'm bullshitting. I ain't read no rule book. And he was like, mm-hmm. He just shook his head at me. I said, and then you know what happened was that when I'm trying to like jog down the field, well, it's a jog, but it's really like a fast walk to other people because I'm just doing this thing. My shoe came off. Or like when I'll be backing up because they're about to hit the play and I'm trying to get out the way, my shoe came off. So I'm like, maybe that's why they don't want you to wear sandals on the field. But I got that W. We do have another game this Saturday at 9 a.m. This is the part of football. This is the part of all fucking sports that irritate the shit out of me. Like, why can't y'all start at like noon? Why everything got to be at 8, 9, 10 in the morning? God damn it! Even for wrestling, that shit. Why? Why? What y'all doing with the rest of your fucking afternoon? I'd rather have my morning to myself and then we start sports at 12. Start 12, please. Damn. But anyways, and then we had to drive all the way back. That was a long day. Even though it was like just 2 hours, that felt like that took up my whole motherfucking day. I said, oh my God. But um and then I gotta be like, so I have to watch my words. And this is what I'm still learning to like think before I speak because I don't want to, because these little kids are looking at you and then they're looking at you to be like, tell me what I did right or tell me what I did wrong. And then I don't know if we're supposed to cheer while we're back there. Cause like I know when my kids were running down the field, I said, go. And then I'm like, ooh, am I not supposed to say that? And then when they score, I'm back there like, yeah, we scored. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing that as a coach. So then I got to check myself and be like, stop that shit. You're telling your kids they can't dance when they, do a touchdown. You're not supposed to be over here dancing while you coach a girl. What's wrong with you? But so we got away with that W. I will say I think that some of them dad parents might have looked at me a little differently after that W. Thank you very much. Now, I hope we get more W's, but we gonna see. This next team that we got coming on Saturday, Lord, them some country boys. They coming from Huntley. When I tell you this team looked at, I don't even know if it's because that suburb got two teams. And whoever we versed in our scrimmage, they're like, ooh, these kids are little. I mean, we held our own, but again, that was just practice. So I don't know if we're gonna go against little giants and shit this Saturday. I'm just gonna tell my kids, wrap up them legs, wrap up them ankles. Don't let them run. Because if we can stop them there, we got this. And then my oldest boy, he like so on Friday while I was at the 606, I told y'all before that he had a game in Hillcrest High School on that Friday. They lost. But it was a close game. It was 14-12. And even while I was at the show, I'm looking at my other team, my other football mom's like, hey, how come y'all ain't, text me with no updates and shit? I'm like, I ain't getting no update texts. That means we ain't doing too well. And yeah, sure enough, they text me talking about we lost. I'm like, but you know what? You know what I do like about this whole coaching / football, whatever, is that on Saturday when I got home from my game, that my oldest one was comfortable enough to come into my bed because I went to go lay down because the bitch needed a nap because all that energy I exuded. I was trying to give all the kids my good energy and strength and everything. Like, come on, let's go, children. I'm praying over them and everything. So then my son actually came to my bed and he had his little phone or whatever and was like showing me all the plays that they had did on that Friday night so we can have a conversation of what happened or what could have been better or just having the conversation. And before he would have been like, why you gotta look at my stuff or the guy would be like, let me see what y'all did. Let me see. And he would be like, oh, come on, mom. But I don't know if it's now that I'm the head coach that he's like, man, ma, look what happened. Look what happened on this play. Look what I did on this play. So I will say if head coaching is giving me that relationship with this child, I'm with it. Even though I think I'm getting another gray hair because of the fucking coaching, Lord of the children. Because like last night, when I tell you, I look, they talking about this blue moon coming out tonight, or it's out already, or whatever. All I know is that today I've been having slippery hands all day. This morning I done dropped some salsa and walnuts all over the floor and spilled it in my lunch bag, and then the news was talking about this blue moon. I guess it's redder than a red moon. I don't know what the difference is because I ain't look it up. But I said, is that why everything's been a little off today? Oh, no, my screen go black. Let me stop talking about the spirits and stuff because my screen might go black. But I don't know what this blue moon. I probably should have looked it up before I got on the show. I'm sorry, but I will say that it's. Look. I know I'm gonna be looking at it or try to look. Is it really gonna be blue? I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look at it when I leave here to see what they talking about. Cause sometimes they be talking about all these stuff, and I go outside, I don't see nothing. I be like, that moon look the same. Is it supposed to be bigger or something or brighter? Is that what I heard? I think that's what I heard. I'm not sure, but so that was Saturday. Saturday. That was Saturday. Yeah, I look, my days are all starting to like coincide together. And like while y'all looking forward to the weekends, I don't. I don't look forward to nothing. I don't look forward to look, people be looking forward to the weekend because they can relax and be cool and whatever. I don't look forward to the weekend no more. I don't look forward to the weekdays neither. So I just unless I got a vacation lined up, I ain't looking forward to shit. Because I'm busy during the week. I'm busy on the weekend. And then we're still trying to hang out. I'm still trying to hang out and have some type of a social life. Because if I don't even do that and drink with my friends and saying some other stuff and whatever, I'm gonna be a cranky motherfucker. And you do not want that type of Jessica, because then mm, it ain't good for nobody. Let's just say that. So like my people, my children know that when mama wants to go out and have a drink, mama's gonna go out and have a drink because they know that I come back a better person. I might be a little hungover, but I come back a better person. So you gotta just train your kids too. You feel me? That's a little parenting advice I can give y'all. um, but what did I do Sunday? So Saturday we actually went to a bar in Des Plaines. I think called the Log Cabin Inn bar. Look, I did not expect that bar to look the way that it looked. And then when you talk about log cabin, that motherfuckers, everything was wood. They had benches you could smoke out there. They had a whole bocce ball or some shit tournament going on, fundraiser going on, like breast cancer fundraiser that my girlfriend was attending. I had to go home and take a nap, so I couldn't show up for none of that fundraiser. But we did show up. I'm Mexican. We showed up to close up the bar. So that's what we did. We came to close up the party. So then we did that. So what did I do on Sunday? I think that was my recovery day. I think that's what I did on Sunday. Cause oh yeah, that was my recovery day. Because Monday, I had my little cousin came from New York. She used to live here, but she moved to New York and then she came here. She came to my 606 was special to me. And then she had a high school reunion on Saturday. That's the reason why she came here. And it just so happened to be my 606 debut. So she was like, "Oh my God, I can come to your show." And I said, "Yeah." So that was special. So I had motherfuckers coming from different states to come see me. You feel me? No, so she actually every time this motherfucker come into town, I gotta go to a Cubs game with her ass. If it ain't a Cubs game, it's a Bulls game. If it ain't a Bulls game, it's fucking Blackhawks game. This girl steady have me going to these damn people sporting events. So I went to go and attempt to go and spend the day with her in Wrigleyville doing Northside people shit. That's what I'm gonna call it, Northside people shit. The unfortunate part is that we actually ended up going to this bar in off of Clark Street called Old Crow. I will never be back. I would never be back. So we were kind of hungry. And I ain't never been to Wrigley that early prior to a game. I'm always like showing up in the second inning, rushing some shit. But we was actually there 2 hours prior to the fucking game even starting. So we're like, man, let's go grab something to eat, grab a drink or something. Which I was so tired already that I didn't know this was possible. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I did drink a little bit, but I was so tired that I was so tired that I didn't even want to drink. Yep. Them words came out my mouth. I was so tired that I didn't even want to have a drink. I did drink, but I felt like I didn't want to drink. But I still drank a little bit. I mean, come on. You can't go to a damn game and not have at least one drink. I had three, but at least one. You feel me? Um, I was gonna talk about like where we parked at over there in Wrigleyville, but I kind of don't want to tell y'all my secret because then I feel like everybody might be doing that, and then when I go to another game, I ain't gonna find no more parking. So I have a secret in regards to parking at Wrigleyville. No, I don't have to pay $20 or $40 or the parking lot. You know how much our parking cost that day? I think it cost me 10, 11. It cost me $11.32. And we only had to walk like a 5 minute. Well, I walk slow. So maybe like 5 to 10 minute walk. It wasn't that far, but I just walk slow and I'd be tired. So and then I had to pee. So it makes me walk even. You would think that if I had to pee, I'd have to walk faster. It actually makes me walk slower because then I feel like the water that's in my bladder is gonna swish around, and then I'm gonna have to pee some more. So I kind of like try to walk still, so they don't swish around and make me wanna pee. That's my crazy. Okay, what can I tell you? But yeah, no, I don't think I can share that secret with y'all. If you want to know my secret, if you go to the Cubs games and you drive down there and don't take public transportation, if you want to know my secret, I will share it to you privately. So if you want to know it, hit me up in my private messages and I will tell you my theory. And it works every time I go down there, I tell you, but I'm not going to share it on here because then again, I don't want everybody doing it. And then when I go looking for parking, I ain't going to have it. And then we're going to have a problem. But yeah, so again, y'all want to know my secret? Hit me up privately. I'll tell y'all my secret. So the next time y'all go up to Wrigleyville, y'all can get some parking and y'all ain't got to pay no $40 for that parking or be up in the parking lot and none of that shit. FYI. Um, so the Cubs game was who they play? The Brewers, the Milwaukee Brewers, right? And it was WWE night. Now we decided to go to this bar, Old Crow, and have some food. We ordered a plate. And when I tell you how irritated I was, I know a bitch is trying to lose weight. Look, I'm trying to go skydiving for Mother's Day of 2024. So if you would like to join me, so Mother's Day is in May. So if you'd like to join me skydiving, put that shit in your calendar. It'll be sometime in May around Mother's Day. I'm gonna be 45 next year. I want to go skydiving because I don't know if I keep waiting if I'm even gonna do it. Yes, I'm gonna be wearing a diaper. A bitch got to lose some weight though, because I think the max weight capacity is 230 pounds. A bitch is not 230 pounds, so a bitch got to lose a little something. So every time, like even today, man, I eating my food, and then I was just like, ooh, I want a piece of pizza, or ooh, I wanted a cheeseburger, I just wanted something greasy, damn it. And then I was just like, no, bitch. We want to fucking jump out this plane. You better lose some of this thickness. 230 pounds. That's the weight capacity. Because then you got to have another human being on you, and then the weight of the gear and the thing and the parachute and all of that shit. And but we got 9 months, motherfuckers. Let's go. And then my dumb ass also signed up for a girl mud run for next August. So if you guys want to join me on that, it's a 5K, so like a 3 miles ish mud run. We're gonna do that next August. But yeah, my focus right now is jumping out this airplane. So again, if y'all want to join me, we're looking for people. I actually invited my oldest son because you have to be 18 to jump out the airplane. Um, so yeah, Erica. It's like I love her and I hate her at the same time because it was her fault that we signed up for this stupid ass mud run shit. And I'm probably gonna hate you even more that day that we get all muddy and shit. But I love you afterwards. I love you right up until the day. And then on that day, don't talk to me because I'm probably not gonna like you so much. And then afterwards, after I get cleaned up, then I love you. But not that day. You girl, you better stay away from me that day. And no, I'm not going like drench. I know people hear mud run. I'm not one of these people because I did a mud run already. I'm not gonna be dumping myself in no muddy pile of whatever the fuck that is. I don't even want to call it mud. But I'm not. You got me to the thigh and down. Anything above I don't want no mud in my goodies. I don't want to be scraping no mud stuff from my goodies. So from the thigh down, you got me. Anything above that, nope, not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. No, no, no. So, anyways, but so skydiving next year, Mother's Day. Oh, and I also wanted to put this out there. So me and my brother was talking that night, and I know this was a lot of maybes and what ifs and whatever. So we had from what I can remember, a great time when we did a comedy show-ish, right? For my nephew. It was a comedy show. I got up there and roasted him a little bit, for him. And we had a great time from what I remember. Because, I told y'all the story as a little. Mm. So my brother turns 50 next year. And I was trying to convince him that he should do something like, man, let's roast you. Come on. Look, I got material on top of material just in here. I'm ready. Let's do this. We can do this tomorrow when I'm ready. So he was like, well, I don't know. He has some ideas of how to put it together. And I'm like, yo, I'm for it. Let's do it. And then I was like, you know what? I don't even want to just be like a comedian that's just going to come up and talk about you. I want to be the host. He's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. He's laughing at me. And I'm like, no, I'm dead ass. Like, I want to be the host. And we're at the bar after the 606. Like, dude, you just seen me in 2 shows. I have a podcast. So you know I have the gift of gab, sir. So he's like, ho, ho, ho. Fucking sounding like Bill Cosby and shit. Ho, ho, ho. I was like, no. And then, I pulled out my mommy card. I said, look, if you don't make me the host of your show, of your birthday party, I'm going to tell my mom. I'm going to tell her mom, and then she's going to talk to you, and she's going to make you put me as the host. So, yep, I pulled that card out on him. He's like, really? That's what you're going to do? Damn right. I'm your only sister. I'm the only one that matters. So I'm going to do it. Because it ain't going to be my mama. My mama's not going to come up there and talk about you. So you can get whoever comedians you want, but I'm going to be the host. I don't care about nobody else. You can pull up somebody else. They ain't going to make it in the building. Because you want to see Chicago Jessica come out. She'll come out that night before we do the show. And guess what? I'm going to still look pretty after they beat their ass in the parking lot. And then they're going to have to call you saying that they can't make it. And then I'm going to still go up in there and just put some lotion on my hands. And we're going to do the show. So, FYI, Edgardo, that I'm gonna be the host to your birthday party, whatever the fuck you planning. I'm gonna say that right now. Thank you very much. And I only say that because I love him. Ah, but no. So we go to this cup. Let me go back. I'm all the way backtrack that way. So we go to this Old Crow restaurant, and it's like half inside, and then the other one's like a patio because they don't have a roof and whatever. We ordered this plate that's $25, and it's supposed to be two choices of protein. So it's brisket, chicken, and I don't know what else. Maybe steak. I don't know. Came with like three sides or two sides, and then some garlic bread, and then they had them like pickled cucumbers with the pickled onions. That shit was fire though. But anyways, so we go and I'm like $25, and I'm like, I told the lady like, would that be enough for like two people? Because I was hungry, but I wasn't like hungry, and I knew I was about to go into this Cubs game and have to like drink, and that's the last place I want to go and have to take a number two. So she was like, yeah, I think so. You know what? I have learned not to ask a skinny person that question. Because when that food came out, me and my cousin looked at that plate and was like, who's that supposed to fucking feed? Not two people. And I looked at her like, bitch, have you looked at me? Is you blind? Is one eye kind of crooked? Like, did you not? Do I look skinny to you, bitch? Ugh. But anyways, so my cousin ate a little bit, she ate the mac and cheese. I basically paid to eat coleslaw that I had to doctor up myself. I had to tell it the coleslaw was nasty. That I was like, can I get like a side of mayo so I can like make this edible? Which I did. I ate the pickled cucumbers and onions. I ate a half of the garlic bread and a little and my little two pieces of brisket. That was like full of fat and shit. So like, oh, we were so disappointed in the amount of money that we paid for that thing, plus my one little drink. Ugh, I was like, I'll never come back to this place ever again. Not even to drink. No. But anyways, so we go up to we and then we go up to the game, right? Not knowing that they were actually so they had it was again WWE night. I'm kind of I'm not even a big fan. Y'all already know that we had the discussion about the WWE. I'm not a big fan of it. Like I mean, I'm not a fan, right? But like I don't care. So they actually had, and you know how the Cubs stadium has that outside patio in the front or whatever off of Clark? Apparently, they had a whole ring set up out there that they were wrestling out there before the game. Now that would have been dope to see. And I wish we would have probably just walked over there versus going to that restaurant to see if we would have seen any of that happening prior to the game. That would have been pretty cool. So that I wish I would have did that before, you know, doing all of that. But no, so we went to the game. Of course, if y'all know and follow the Cubs, they lost. Um, but you know, it's interesting when you go to these games. So, oh, thank God they are expanding their alcohol selection. So I'm not a big beer person. I am not. I mean, I can if I have to, but I just it's not my thing unless it's like a michelada. But like it's rarely that I like. There was this one place in Berwyn though. I'll go back and drink theirs. That shit was fire. But the other ones, the ones that y'all can just get in the can, no thank you. I can't do it. But anyways, they actually had I chose they had Trulies and all of that shit, which I was surprised because the last time we went last year, the only seltzer they had was fucking Bud Light. And so I drank the Bud Light Coca-Cola, which actually did taste like Coca-Cola. But so I actually had a twisted tea. Now I ain't never had a twisted tea prior to Monday, and that shit wasn't that bad. So I can drink those. And then my cousin had this dude with like not her dude, but it was an old school friend, you know, that she used to know from back in the day. He came with us. And he went, he's like, I'm gonna go and grab, y'all want a drink? And I said, yeah. That man came back with a lemonade shandy, some shit. It's like beer that tasted like lemonade. He's like, isn't that what you had? I said, no, I had a twisted tea. He's like, oh. And I said, well, shit, I'll drink the motherfucker. I ain't gonna tell you no. But it was like, man, every gulp, I was like, But I did not want to drink it because the man probably paid $15 for that mug. So I was like, now I gotta drink it. But yeah, no. It was unfortunately they lost. But we had a good time. You know, I look, compared to going last year, and this was my first game this season, either the seats got smaller or a bitch got bigger. I'm gonna blame the seats got smaller because they be trying to like cram everybody up in that bitch. But I said, ooh, my booty hurting these seats. And then, my God, the seats, they just so, not even the width of the seats. It's just how like close you are to everybody. Like, see, that's the reason why I don't like going to some of these things. Cause I sometimes, if I don't feel like peopling, that should irritate the hell out of me. Like, and I know it's not their fault because I'm a big bitch. But shit, you see, I'm a big bitch, so move the fuck over. And then it wasn't even that packed. So I'm a person that I won't sit in my seat, and especially if it's already the fifth inning and I see them seats are better seats. I mean, I'm not talking about the 100 section, but I'm talking about like closer to the aisle or closer to the front, to the banister thing. So at least I don't got to deal with nobody in front of me. I could deal with people behind me, but not in front of me. So, cause like when I don't know, I mean, it's just that we really close. You feel me? So like, you know how many? So like we had to go into our seats. So there was like a family and their kids, and then we had to be like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And again, I'm not a little bitch. So I felt like I'm just rubbing my booty on top of all the women, men, children, popcorn, your drink, everything. My booty was just push, 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 push. Maybe the men didn't care, maybe the women didn't care, but I was just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Until one of their husbands was like, you don't have to apologize. I said, oh, keep going, Jess. Excuse me. Excuse me. And he was there with his girl. Fucking dogs. I tell you, man, you men ain't shit. You men ain't shit. Let's just say that I didn't get up after that one. After he said that shit, I was like, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna get up. And then I got no choice. What am I gonna turn around? Then I'm gonna hit you with my belly and my titties. So excuse me, excuse me. And then can you imagine me passing the children that are about this high? Like now I'm gonna smack them in the face with my belly or my titties. Like it's just not a comfortable thing. But anyways. So after the game is over, my big ass. I ain't even go down the stairs, down the ramp, none of that shit. I said, where the elevator at? I did some big girl moves. Yes, the fuck I did. I did some big girl moves. I went and found the elevator and said, bing, first floor, please. Thank you very much. And that's where the bathroom was at. That's where we went and we left out. Now, my cousin, when I tell you my cousin is a big Cubs fan, I mean, she is a big old Cubs fan. That girl wanted to go to this store. Cuz don't be mad at me because I'm talking about you. She wanted to go to this store because they had Cubs overalls. Cubs overalls. So overalls, they were white. Let me describe this shit to you. This was white overalls with the blue striping, and they had the Cubs emblem here in the front, or somewhere around there. When I looked at that shit and I said, first off, you already lost me at overalls. Like, no, no. She's like, no, but let me see. They look so cute and whatever. I said, no, like what? What? So, anyways, we walked to the store to entertain myself. I walked to the store with her. We get in there, and it's these farmer looking fucking overalls that again are white with the blue pinstripes and the emblem or whatever the sign here. I looked at that shit. I said, oh, and again, I know I'm not the quietest person in the room, but I said, oh my God, bitch, if you get that shit, I'm talking about your ass from dusk till dawn. No, the fuck, you're not spending your money on that. Now, now there's a but. Now, if those overalls, they were like long pants, just no, they wouldn't even be flattering on a man. Like, I don't know. If anybody ever sees a person with these overalls, please take a picture and send it to me. Because no. Now, I will say though, if those overalls were cut and made into like a cute overall skirt, that's a maybe. That maybe could have flew, and that could have been. But as pants or even as shorts, nope, not gonna happen. If I seen a dude wear that shit, that's an automatic hell the fuck no. That's an automatic. Give me your man card. Give it to me. Give me. No, no, you don't. No, no. Go over there. Go over there off of Hosted and hang out with them little boys. Cause you ain't got. Give me your man card. Like no, hell no, no. Not even as a costume. No, that's just a no, no. Nobody should be wearing them. You know how I felt about those damn overalls. The same way I felt about Crocs. Hell the fuck no, no. But anyways, we went like looking in there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to a Bears game in September down in Kansas City. Let me see if they got like a little Bears shirt or something, because I don't have a Bears shirt, or maybe the Bears shirt I have don't fit me no more. So, anyways, I went to go look. I even went into their clearance section. They had, granted that it was a really nice hoodie, but you know how much that hoodie cost? It was $120 or $100 on clearance. I said, girl, if you don't get me out this store is for out of towners, suburbanites, and people that's not from Chicago. Because if you from Chicago, you not buying your shit from that store. No, not gonna happen. $100 and something for a hoodie just because it say the Bears. Man, look, I'll call my girl Amanda. She can get her girl to make me a shirt that with all that whatever the fuck. It don't need to be original for me. I can pay $20, $30. It's okay. I don't care about not gonna happen. You get me a bootleg, everything all the time, and I will be happy with that. I don't need the original because I got it on Clark Street. It's real. No, you know what? Shit. Now I gotta text her because I wonder if we actually looked at the price for them overalls. Now I'm wondering how much them damn overalls actually cost. But this is how you know a bitch getting old. Oh my God. So after the game, before, we used to be like, all right, so what bar are we gonna go to? I need a drink for that one. Where we gonna go after the game? And it's like 9:45, 10 o'clock, right? So it's not even like late, right? But I'm yawning. And she said, we're all looking at each other. He looking at her, she looking at me. She's like, well, whatever you guys want to do. And I said, I don't want to be a party pooper, but a bitch is ready to go home. Fuck these bars. I'm ready to get in my car and go to fuck home because I'm tired and a bitch got to work tomorrow. So that's exactly what we did. We walked our asses to the car, wherever our special parking was. And granted, maybe that's why I wanted a pizza, because she was on a hunt for some pizza that night and everything was closed around there. Unless you went up to like Lincoln or down, like it was out of our path. So, but anyways, I think I was home by like 11. Yeah, I think I was home by 11. Ooh, but that was a long day. And then yesterday I had to work, and then I had to go to practice, and then some of my coaches couldn't make it to practice. So at one point, it was just me yelling at these little boys. And I swear to God, one day, one of these parents is going to be like, yo, don't talk to my child that way. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that day for one of these parents to be like, yo, don't talk to my kid that way. And then, Hopefully, I am will be well rested where I can control myself. Because if he catch me on the wrong day where I'm irritated and I'm tired and whatever, you might catch it too. I'm gonna try not to because that's not the appropriate thing to do, especially now that I'm in head coach position. But we gonna see. Hopefully, we. But I'm saying, like, the way I was talking to these kids yesterday, I was like, after practice, I was like, I'm surprised one of these parents don't tell me nothing. Like, bitch, don't talk to my child that way. I don't know if I would do it to somebody else, but just like, we normally, so for instance, right? We normally, when we practice our plays, I normally tell them, don't, like, if you get back there by the quarterback, like, don't tackle him, just tap him. And, we know because we're practicing. But now, when I'm doing a drill, right? If we're doing a drill, so we were doing a drill yesterday where one kid was holding the ball, another kid had to like stop him from getting through him. And I put cones so they only had this little space to get through. And so he had the ball, he was trying to run, and oh boy tackled him. Clean tackle, tackled him. And it wasn't even 100%. The kid probably did like 70%, right? Whatever. He tackled them. So then he get to the back of the. Then he goes and tries to tackle. Then he goes to the back of the line and thinks he's gonna talk shit like, I'm the quarterback. They shouldn't be hitting me and whatever. So then my eyes started twitching, and I said, "What you say?" He said, "I said I thought I was the quarter. I'm the quarterback, so they shouldn't be tackling me." And I said, "Well, are we running plays right now?" He said, "No." And I said, that's the only time I don't want them to tackle you. But while we're doing a drill, oh, they gonna tackle you. And you also need to learn how to tackle too. Because guess what? When we in a game, that other team ain't gonna care if they're not you, the quarterback. They're coming after. Do you understand that you being the quarterback, that puts a target on your back that they all want to hit you? Because I know what I'm telling my defense. So you're gonna sit there and tell me that this other team they're not gonna tackle you? He's like, no, they're gonna tackle me. Okay, so then we're gonna tackle you. And do you think that you don't need to learn how to tackle? Because if for whatever reason, if we get a fumble and whatever, and they pick it up, and you're the only one that's between them and scoring, I expect you to tackle them. So while we're doing this drill, you just another child on this team. And I was, and I probably said it like that a little bit. And then he turns around and looked at his father, and I didn't even want to look at the father because I'm like, I don't even want them to look at me funny. But, ain't nobody said nothing yet. I hope nobody. I mean, I hope they see that I'm trying to put this into them so that they don't get intimidated by bigger players. They don't get intimidated by these other teams. Because I'll tell the littlest kid on my team who is 6 years old, I don't care if that child in front of you is 2 feet taller than you. You can still wrap up a leg. You can still wrap up their ankles. You can still wrap them up around their waist. Like you can still do something. Don't be scared. They're just another child just like you. That is my theory. So again, none of the parents have yelled at me yet. So I think I'm doing okay. So we'll see what happens this Saturday. I'm gonna try. I don't know what condition I'm gonna be in because again, is this Friday is gonna be my oldest son's first home game. Then there's gonna be tailgating and there's gonna be some drinking, and then I'm gonna have to like at some point go home because we got a game Saturday morning. So we're gonna see. That game I might have some sunglasses on. I didn't even took off. I didn't took off at work at the salon. I ain't even gonna come to the salon on Saturday. I will be here on Sunday though. But I'm not even coming here on Saturday because I already know like it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. But so y'all see that this is everything that I just explained to you in this damn hour was what I did from Friday to Monday or yesterday. Sometimes You know the messed up part is that I actually even I put myself through this abuse. I could I I don't know. Again, we have to question our life decisions. But yeah, so I mean, this week, like I said, hopefully my next few weeks will calm down a little bit. But I don't know. I always say that, and then I get into some more shit. Like tomorrow, our the high school does a pasta night for the varsity players that are playing on Friday. So I volunteered to make something for tomorrow. I could have said nothing, but then I was just like, why not? You have the best record of any EG coach. You do what you want. I don't have the best. Oh yeah, because I'm brand new. We'll see in the next week or so. I have the best record at the moment because I'm starting from scratch. I'm 1-0, baby. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We got practice tomorrow, so I gotta. You know what? You know what the funny part is that I think I'm like the mean one. I'm the mean coach. And then like the other coach, Coach Dominique, he's like the nice coach because he like talks to them nice and soft and whatever. And I'm like, what are you doing? But we'll see. I'm hoping that if we win on this Saturday, I'll be happy. Like I mean, I'm not gonna say I'll be happy if we lose any other. So it's this team from Huntley, and I think the other team from Kenosha. We play fucking Kenosha. God, I hope that's a home game because I really don't want to go up to Kenosha. If we do go up to Kenosha, though, I am gonna go shopping. But those two teams, from what I was like watching, they a little tough. So if we can get a W from one of these, it's a wrap. I'll be happy with that. I mean, again, if we can like keep winning, that's the plan, right? But we'll see. We'll see if the craziness of my style of coaching actually works, and then but again, I told y'all, I want to be good enough because I'm competitive that I want us to win. But then part of me is just like, I don't want to do good enough because I don't know if I want to coach next year. But I keep getting told that like once you're in, you're in. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're just gonna take this one practice at a time, one day at a time, and one game at a time. That is gonna be the motto. I should put that on the shirt. I should put that on the shirt. Amanda, we gonna have to talk, girl. But yeah, so I don't have no shows coming up, so y'all ain't gonna be flooded with none of my comedy stuff. I am gonna drop the video either tomorrow or Friday, so y'all get to hear the story about me and Tank. If y'all didn't catch it on my podcast, y'all can catch it on my little set that I did on Friday. The next show is gonna be September 13th. I can't believe that we already in September, yo. I can't believe that they already got the fucking Halloween decorations in the store, yo. I can't believe that y'all fall people are so excited for this damn weather. I know y'all enjoyed yesterday and today. But guess what, bitches? It's gonna get hot this weekend. We back in the 90s. That's my kind of weather. Especially when I don't have to work and I can actually be outside and get this vitamin D in me or on me. I need it in me too. Just joking. But anyways, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see what the next 2 weeks come about. Hopefully nothing else gets out. This world is crazy. I also want to just give a shout out. I hold on, because I don't want to mess up the child's name. Mom, hold a minute. What's that girl's name? Um, I do want to just give a quick little shout out to um I'm gonna chop up these people's name and I feel so bad. So unfortunately, there's a junior at my son's high school that passed away, and his funeral services are I think this Friday. So I just wanted to say condolences to the family. Talk to your children, just check where their mental status is at. I spoke to my child yesterday and just have it as an open discussion because unfortunately this does happen. Some children can hide it. They say that they're okay, but sometimes they're not. So just make sure that you speak to your child, especially when it's one of their classmates, somebody in their school that it happened. I'm not going to go into the details of what happened to that child, but that's what some of these kids got to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So all I'm going to say is just check on your children, especially if you are here in Elk Grove. Just check in with them, not just because I know I talk about sports a lot and whatever, but you have to make sure that you checking in, here and here. Not just about sports, because like sometimes I just ask my child, like, yo, you good? How you feeling about this? How you feeling? And that's kind of what we talked about yesterday after practice. See, I'm telling y'all, my shit don't stop. So after practice, I actually came back to the salon at like 8:20 last night to fix somebody's haircut that their father or stepfather, whoever the man was, cut this boy's hair and fucked him up. There's no other way of saying it. That man done fucked up this child. So the mom was like, yo, can you please fix his hair? And I said, all right, you know what? The only time I got is after practice. So after practice, I still came back to the salon to cut this boy's hair. And that's how we kind of started getting to talking about it. And that gave me the opportunity not only to check in with that child and talk about it, but to also check in with my own child to make sure, like, even though they weren't close, again, that was still a classmate of theirs. So just check in with your people. That's kind of where I'm going to end it. I know I use comedy to like help get my shit out there in the world. So just check in with your people, whether it's your mama, your daddy, your siblings, all of that, just to make sure that they're okay. Because you never know what they might look okay like this, and then tomorrow they may not be here. So again, who knows what the next 2 weeks is gonna bring with me? I might be in Canada. Who knows? But y'all check in with me September 13th. I'll be here. We'll see. Hopefully, I don't lose my mind before then. But thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Wish me luck for this Saturday. Let's get that W. I need the good vibes, especially around 9 o'clock in the morning, please. Send them, send them, send them. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out.